In last video we have discussed about planet through houses, but in this video we are going to dive deep into the current transit of Mars and Rahu into the sign of Gemini. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani. Help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic astrology. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. You'll be getting Vedic astrological videos just like this one. And these videos will help you go further, faster into Vedic astrological studies quickly. If you're not following me on Instagram, this is my ID. Go follow me on Instagram. And if you're looking for readings and consultations, check out the link into the description section, pramanikastrology.com. If you have any question, add me on Instagram at pramanikastrology. I reply to all the DMs and I read all the DMs. Okay. If you have any question, you can also go to the relevant videos on my channel and go to the comment section, put your question. I read all the comments and I reply to almost all the comments. Sometimes I miss the comment when it is replied to the comment. I don't get the notifications. So the response to the comment is delayed. Okay, but if you are making a fresh comment, the new comment, you will get an immediate reply. Okay, because I read all the comments and reply all the comments. So I'm waiting for your comments. So Mars will be moving into the sign of Gemini from May 7th to the 22nd of June. Okay, so let us dive deep into what exactly is happening here. Mars is an independent planet. Mars represents the fire element in your horoscope. The fire element, the first house, the life force is signified by Mars. Mars is an independent planet. Mars is a passionate planet. Mars is sometimes harsh and cruel because it also determines the war. It also determines the strength. It also signifies the passion, competition, war, strength. All these competitive spirits of the people, competitive spirits of the person can also be seen from the Mars. Mars is also the significator for your entrepreneurial instincts because it is all about the courage. Mars is the courage to enter into the unknown territory. Let us understand what is Rahu. Rahu is a forward-looking planet. We always hear that Ketu is more about our past lives. Rahu is all about the future. Wherever you have Rahu placed in, you have to make an effort in this lifetime to better that house. Okay, so right now Rahu is transiting through the sign of Gemini, and now Mars is also joining the party. So Mars and Rahu conjunction, we have a fair idea of the conjunction of Mars and Rahu. Both are tamasic planet, both are fiery planets, both are extremely aggressive and malefic planets. But more than that, Mars is like a soldier. He likes to get the instructions. He is an independent person, but he is a soldier in a celestial cabinet. Sun is the king, Moon is the queen, Mercury is the prince, and Mars is, guess what? Mars is soldier. So he is extremely disciplined to achieve his goal. Okay, so the emotional part is lacking in Mars. There is an emotion, but the emotion of the discipline to achieve what he has decided to achieve, the goal. Because he is like a soldier, he is going to achieve it. If he has been ordered, he has given the instructions, he will simply go and conquer the enemies. Okay, he is disciplined, he is independent, but the emotional part, like the water element part, is missing because it's a fire element. It is creative and it is making things happen is its motto. He will go and get it. Okay, and now this conjunction is into the sign of Gemini. We just discussed what is Mars, we just discussed what is Rahu. Now this combination is coming into the sign of Gemini. Gemini is an air element sign. Air element sign, in air element sign we have these two fiery planets. Okay, the Mars and Rahu. When it comes to the Gemini, Gemini is all about the communication, the intelligence. It is an airy sign. Gemini is an intelligent airy sign who likes to socialize, whereas Mars is a very independent person. He does not like to create the bonding, work with the team, create a network for themselves, for their growth. They don't like all this. They believe in themselves, they have the strength, so what they think is they can achieve everything on their own. Okay, and when the planet, the independent planet, comes into the sign of Gemini, which is the sign of your communication, what it shows is you have to be extremely cautious of what you are communicating during this period. Okay, you don't have to be harsh while communicating. Okay, because it is very important to be humble. When you have Mars and Rahu conjunction, it is a very fiery conjunction, so you have to be very humble, you have to be very grounded, you have to be very stable in order to take any action. And when you have Mars and Rahu conjunction, the most important thing to look for is training. You have to be prepared. You have to prepare yourself for the future. You have to prepare yourself for the events. You have to prepare yourself for the difficult situations. You cannot go unprepared to the situation, because what happens is these two are very aggressive planets. They won't think twice before taking any action. So it is advisable for them to have a proper plan before they get into the action. Action is very natural to them. They will simply, bam, they just jump into the action. They don't have that issue. They have to be very practical and they have to plan everything. The planning and training of the task they are undertaking becomes very important during this transit. Okay, the most important thing happening in this transit is Mercury is combust into the sign of Aries. Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, where Mars and Rahu are conjunct, is into the sign of Aries. Guess what? Aries is ruled by Mars. So there is a Parivartan Yoga between Mars and Mercury. Okay, so Mercury is the owner of this Yuti, that is the sign of Gemini, is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is in Aries, which is ruled by Mars. So it becomes even more strong. But what I feel is it becomes a very thoughtful aggression. It might prove to be thoughtful aggression, because now it is controlled by Mercury and it is into the Parivartan Yoga. So there is a great exchange of energies between Mercury and Mars. If you have Aries ascendant, all this is happening into the third house of your horoscope, and Mercury is in the first house of your horoscope. The lord of this Yuti, the Gemini sign, is into the first house of your horoscope. And third house, malefics love to be in the third house. They are given a free hand. They just love to be into the Kamatrikona house, or a Upachya house to be precise. Third house is a Upachya house, and malefics love to be into the Upachya houses. If you have the Taurus ascendant, it comes into the second house of your horoscope, which is all about your speech, which is all about your food intake. Mars and Rahu is tamasic combination. So when you have this tamasic combination, what it does is it makes you eat spicy foods. Okay, if you are into the Gemini Ascendant, wow, it is the transformation time for you. We have talked about this into the Rahu Ketu video, what happens when you have Gemini Ascendant and Rahu is coming into your first house. So first house is your body, and Rahu Mars aggression is coming into your body. So this is the time to hit the gym and transform your body. So if you have Cancer Ascendant, these energies comes into the 12th house. So 12th house is the house of your foreign land. So any connection with the foreign land can be seen from the 12th house. 12th house is not all that bad, because 12th house is second to the 11th and 11th to the second. What? Yes, 12th house is second to the 11th and 11th to the second. It is not that bad. We'll talk about that later. If you have Leo Ascendant, this Yuti, this conjunction comes into the 11th house of Labha. So this can give massive gains, maybe from the real estate, because Mars signifies the land and real estate. If you have Kanya Ascendant or Virgo Ascendant, it comes into your 10th house. So malefics love to be into the Upachya house. They do great jobs. So it's all about passion and following the great path into your career. So when you have 10th house Mars, it also aspects your first house. So it's all good. It's going great for you if you have 10th house Mars Rahu combination. Okay, if you have Libra Ascendant, it comes into your 9th house, right? Yes, it comes into the 9th house. Rahu into the 9th house gives travel, and Mars also aspects the 12th house of the horoscope. So both the combination does well for the travel and connection with the foreign lands. If you have Vrishchik Lagna or Scorpio Ascendant, the Yuti, the transit comes into the 8th house of your horoscope. 8th house is the house of the occult science, and Rahu is a mystical and an illusionary planet, and 8th house is the things hidden under the ground. So Rahu will make you work towards the 8th house things, and will make you search the 8th house things, the hidden things, the secret things, occult, mysticism. Astrology? Yes. For Dhanu Lagna or the Sagittarius Ascendant, it comes into the 7th house of the horoscope. 7th house is the house of your love and marriages. And when you have the Mars and Rahu combination, you have to be careful while establishing a new relationship during this period of time. Okay, if you are into the Capricorn Ascendant, the Gemini sign comes into the 6th house of your horoscope. Mars and Rahu loves to be in the 6th house. It is again an Upachaya house, and it is also the Artha Trikona house. So it increases the cash flow, but you have to be careful not to take the dates, because Mars in the 6th house, you have to be careful while taking any dates. When you have Aquarius Ascendant, the Rahu Mars transit comes into the 5th house of your horoscope. And in the 5th house is all about your creativity, passion, love and romance. And when these two planets comes into the 5th house of your horoscope, this period can trigger the relationship. This period can trigger the passionate relationship for your ascendant. Okay, if you are Pisces Ascendant, this transit comes into your 4th house of the horoscope. 4th house is all about your house, your grounding and your home environment. So when you have this is a kind of a mismatch for this. Okay, 4th house is like a private and homely environment. Mars and Rahu are the fiery elements, are the aggressive malefic planets who like to go out and showcase their skills in a public. So the Pisces Ascendant people have to be careful when it comes to the family matters. So yes, this was Mars and Rahu transit into the sign of Gemini. As much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. You will be getting Vedic astrological videos just like this one, and sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibrations. See you in the next videos. Love and peace.